adopted the surname of the clan chief to curry favour for one reason or another. And it's the DNA analysis actually that will be able to shed light on this. There's no other way to know whether two MacLeods truly are each other's relatives.
Channeil Chuan Lochlanach man chineag ag an nus mac a goin, ach a héin gen bheith go bhfuil céilich an Lochlanach aice.
Ha mi cyd sy'n tosio grawn am y gael o hami. Ach, sel mi'n ys mi sialtyn am hyn grawn fo tŵn y loch lan eich hanig mi. Gaharaid gwan gylwy ac am as y fwth sgwrdd mi siolwch. Ha agos, wel ha mi bans sŵl yn gorob. Mae'n cyd greu loch lan eich hon.
Bwyd yn gwych i go, mae gen diolch acws, gwas a han acws.
As yn diolch, echtrin diolch, yn mach go, am ysmyn ac 1765. Ach fysag nhw gael anam yn awn, nesati bach na sy'n, ach hanel det trwy. So, hanel ys am dech o fatydd ars y hyd, ja. Wel, dan am haram yn ys mach o gwyn. So, leis sy'n ha coloch gyda gwych yn y fas yn hiolach ac un. Agos, redd coloch sy'n as e gach tŵg yn hiolach ac un. Bo tŵ my fand, agos tŵ mahad. Tŵ mahad sy'n gwych yn y fawnt, hi ys y tŵ hawl na loch, tŵ jes na loch, hi ys y sio. Agos tŵ my fahad yn tŵ sir, gwych yn y fawnt. Agos gada sy'n mac o gwyn i fydd na wel, da hwg yn hiolach. Harwad cardach di cheilidir. So leis sy'n ha sé dídach yn card y fac, sy'n sgadach yr un anam y for. Had yn iechdri had y graag ar o'n gwyr, sé nierfa y ffon y clan chief. Ha ffon gref i gydianw yn aramach gach, na clients, na skinnen, agos srwyd yn gan ocean. So sé fi
The Y chromosome allows us to get an estimate of how much Viking blood is in a population, but I would say this has really no relevance to physical characteristics particularly. It may be that there's a slightly increased frequency of blue eyes or blonde hair, as there is in some islands in Orkney, but at the individual level, if someone carries a Y chromosome that comes from Scandinavia, it has no relationship to whether he's tall, blonde, or any other physical feature. Only at the population level do you see some of these effects, but they're separate. The Y chromosome doesn't encode blonde hair, for instance.
A mór an gen bheith go bhfuil céilich an Lochlanach an nachgad an sa bhóig. Tra rútras an cánte, dúpritins contracture. A bhís a tost na clorach an crúpag. Ha seo nachgad an na stórian agus gléirich an na cochéil dí nuamh is éspic an Lochlanach.
Ha cwtir yn awn a dwi'n ra, wel, a cael o chodig yn agad y leid di mar a tachas gan y lafan agad yn y miod ac am sylwb agos dwy. Agos enamid y sien, sy'n am dùthcha chan gydiogafach, had yr ag y fel i leid sien y dlyddas gan y Lochlanach. Agos gyfel a rwy an yn teolich yn san y gynolich.
Duputron's contracture, which some people call the Viking claw, is considered by many people to be a marker of Scandinavian ancestry, but I personally don't believe that at all. It's found all over northern Europe, in places like North Germany, where there's never any major Viking activity. I think this is again a much more ancient, common European heritage showing through here.
Wel, cheers a big nach tyllet a fi.
Hynny's, ymys mynd i hygyfel mi ffosgal i gael na mynd yn trantection gyro glwysyd yn môr et fiegan tŵl er fat. Stoch yn danig sy'n iwlyg as un atje fa hús. A chan glwysyd yn margybog strwch as a chwan dy gynnydd al fiegan tŵl ag chwla hawn.
Wel, a ffysag yn ynysio cwa smynnych gyda Lochlanach hwntas, jaf sy'n ymach le cynt rwy iedig y frogram.
Ach có iad na síisirin a bhfuil Seannaí agus an dá nús a dtíanú cás. Chuna seach ciad nuchad sa trí, nach na lochanich cladich an bhrichtain agus thugad innse vanachin an a lindasfarn. Len curraíonn fiaich sár bharachin agus crechat an pácanach, hánigad gan rabhag. Nach giad clonach jau sugad innse an grat. Hugad innse abat versteach ilan an 8 ciad sa trí, a most mór an gan manich agus a gutch in innevis chosrich deachcha. Ná ma hánig i bhliain an 9 ciad, ban a lochanich a ténas tíocha gan a nachcah a sheltain. Agus smach gain na cladich in an níir sias chofatar is a chorn. Rinnead a bhónach go bevóa a malach Australian, agus sin na skillan mara a dílap a bevóa a gaciad as an dé. Ach mas danig an dreslin díag war roiir an ALBA a roiige chud in a lochanich, agus wat tichig a bhain a sheltain is arcah.
So, I'm supposed to be a Viking.
Hannes mach cloud a chain gan tarapurst is an cynnychig the Jim Wilson. Go hannasach a ganin a chini ha 2 wahad a Y chromosome a shelton gebunje gan I bhuiin R1b. Mar a chola sin a betraias an dré, han chromosome seo glé chomante a tu chun siir jan roinorpe. Agus nas komante na shortas an bí ille hart na roinorpe gelees. Har an dúl grana sa cherni far a vil dúig na baskach an djú a hánig ef a hús. No de hoek lín djei, ach hun 8 míle bliana dunne glóasad von na skieren ma hua. No de hásich in djeiru leoag vo hun 2 míle bliana, ga an tala vísal seo fo uske. A krochig moer is skarprechten is eiring vo hier moor nu harpe. Mar sin, wie síir in de neus kosach tranchir ro aum an tultjen, njar sjalig an aul onnoors gan ron chir fo uske. A Johnny McCowley a hain a chain gan tarapurst a channich ag sin dochter Jim Wilson. Sa hiad dolamach ha caid colach gan danig na síir an aigesan, ba nu tu vri slich gan neus. A Iberia.
I was a wee bit surprised at that when you said, you know, the Iberian Peninsula may have been, you know, ancestral home. If it had been Europe at all, I was looking more towards Eastern Europe, you know, Ukraine and that area. There was a great centre of civilization there that spread out to other parts of Europe.
That's true, and some lineages have markers that indicate that kind of movement.
Yes.
And in all likelihood, on other sides of your family, you carry some of these lineages. But on the strictly paternal one, it seems to be a very Atlantic facing area that you come from.
Yeah.
So your ancestors were present amongst some of the very early people in the British Isles. I'm not entirely sure whether they could walk to Britain and Ireland or whether they came by boat at some point later. But either way, they've been present in Britain and Ireland for at least 5,000 years or so.
Yes.
So it's a very ancient indigenous type. And in fact, your type is specific to Ireland. It's a very rare type. Within Ireland today, only about 1 in 100 people in Ireland carry this type. And this is actually the first instance I've seen of it outside Ireland.
Okay.
So it indicates a very specific connection through your male lineage back to Ireland. And what's more, of those 1% of Irishmen who carry this type, 5 out of every 6 come from Munster in the southwest of Ireland, County Kerry, County Limerick, County Tipperary, around this part of the world. So your type provides a very specific connection to this part of the world, and it shows a continuity in habitation from 4,000 or 5,000 years ago in the Neolithic period, through the Bronze Age, through the Iron Age up to the present day. We in fact searched on the databases we have and looked and found that a number of other Macaulays share your type.
Yeah.
So it's quite a common Macaulay lineage. There were Macaulays from Ayr, Bernera, Glasgow, Harris and Nova Scotia who all shared your type.
Yes.